Yo, 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 yo. Yo, big news looking like it's gonna be tomorrow. Big news, big news, big news. But the big news is looking like it's gonna be tomorrow. I went live on Wednesday. Said I told y'all it might be Friday, it might not be. But I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I think today it's already 4:30, but we're gonna talk. I got a meeting with some folks tonight, so I think it's gonna be tomorrow. Which obviously, you know, it makes sense, but I'm excited. It's hot as shit again today. It did rain last night though, so it's kind of humid out, which is not necessarily gonna stop me from going to the park or going on a walk or whatever, but it's just kind of annoying to deal with. So it's all good though. That's kind of just Texas. That's how Texas is in a nutshell, pretty much. Shout out Trico. Shout out matcha. This was the first matcha I had. It was vanilla matcha. And I'm not a coffee dude. I don't do coffee. Can't do coffee. I don't do coffee, energy drinks, nothing like that. I just stay with. Really, if I go to Starbucks, I'm not going in there to get coffee. I'm going to get a caramel ribbon crunch or a Oreo. They got this Oreo joint, Oreo frap. I'm getting it with almond milk, still with the whipped cream, but no coffee. So I go to these coffee shops, but what are your not coffee options? I just don't coffee. Anything that's supposed to alter how you feel, I'm not rocking with. Coffee is supposed to give you a jolt of energy. People be drinking coffee throughout the day. I knew this girl. She would drink coffee literally at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Why are you drinking coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? You know what I'm saying? Skeleton youth, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? What you been on, Brody? It's good to see you. But yeah, the matcha, I can rock with it. I don't think I'm fully matcha yet because I've only had one. I've only had one, so I can't say I'm full matcha yet, but I'm more so only interested because it didn't taste like grass. That's the only thing I was really hearing was matcha tastes like grass and blah blah blah. Like I was more so just like, okay, this doesn't taste like grass, so I rock with it. But it's tea, so why would anyone say that it tastes like grass? It's tea. Where would that even come from? And alongside that, I heard it so many times that I believed it. So how could anyone, much less a mass of people, think that matcha tastes like grass? I just don't get it. Skeleton youths. I'm out here trying to use the best of my time, bro. Yo, use your time wisely. Use your time wisely, man. Stay motivated, stay disciplined, but in all aspects, use the most of your time. Is my tattoo? You can't see it. Can't see it. It's alright. Use the best of your time, though, for real. Spend it wisely, man. Spend it wisely. Uh, I'm still gonna keep going to these coffee shops, though. It's a nice place to get to know people, just talk. You know what I mean? I go to coffee shops. I go to coffee shops more for the aesthetic of being in a coffee shop, more than me actually wanting something to drink or eat or whatever. I just like the aesthetic of going to different coffee shops and seeing which aesthetics I like. I'll go in a coffee shop, I'll sit there for 5 minutes. If I'm rocking with it, I'll stay. If not, I'll drink the rest of that shit in the car. Yeah. Big news, big news, big news tomorrow. Big news tomorrow. Uh, I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I went live on Wednesday. I'm not going. I usually go live later at night. I'm trying to go live earlier in the day to kind of see what that's like. See what that's hitting on. Cause on most, I'm gonna start getting off at like 5, so I'll probably start going live around like 6 or 7 again. I used to wait until like 8 or 9. I'm not trying to do that no more because I have to get up early. So the earlier I stream, you dig. But I went live yesterday at like 12, 1. Stayed on for about an hour. But yeah, big news, big news, big news. Damn, flew right in my damn nose. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, man. So we out here though. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going down, man. It's about to get. It's about to get real crazy. The rest of the year. The rest of the year is just crazy, man. I'm excited for. I'm excited for how the end of the year looks. I think there's a lot of people that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited now for how the end of the year is supposed to look. You know what I'm saying? Starting to the new year, all of that. I'm excited, bro. Especially for this event. There's an event, you know what I mean? That's all I can tell you. There's an event going down. Big news, big news. I was spamming that shit yesterday. Oh, was he on stream with it? I actually just talked to him. I just talked to Shofu like 20 minutes ago. Hey, look, he talking about something, I'm talking about something. We could be talking about the same thing. Who knows, man? Who knows? We could be talking about the same thing. Big news, big news. Shofu's talking about something, I'm talking about something. Hey, you should Figure out what that is. You should know what that is. Cause it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I can say, Skeleton Youth. It's crazy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. All I can say is that this announcement, and I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I told y'all on Wednesday when I played Monster Reborn, yes, for the people that seeing me, I'm back. Now when I leave again, when I listen, I'm back. You feel me? So I'm not gonna leave again. And if I do leave, I'm putting work in the background. If y'all was here on Wednesday, you know I'm working on a lot in the background. Music videos, new music, non-ETF, Asset Minded, which is a new series that I'm gonna be dropping for YouTube members. YouTube members get music early. Uh, all of that. What else? Asset Minded is going to be a series. I'm going to do more 4 bar breakdowns, and then I'm going to go back and do some of the old videos and keep them for YouTube members. Because if you're a YouTube member, you've probably been rocking with me for a while. Get them old school tracks. High Grade needs a video. Sage Koya needs a new video. Polymerization with me into Nukes needs a video. So it's a lot of stuff moving. OJ was good. OJ said, you know what's crazy? This heat, I'm getting cooked. It rained last night, so it's kind of humid today. But I mean, it's cool. Yeah, it didn't stop me from leaving the house because I had to leave, so I just got back. So it didn't stop me from leaving the house, and I possibly still might go to the park later or go on a little walk later, or something like that. So it's hot over here though too. I can't even lie. Delinquent Duo 2. Why they unbanned Delinquent Duo? Feel like they unbanned Delinquent Duo. Think they unbanned Delinquent Duo, hey. Come with a knife. Keep bayonator, yo ass in the scope, I ain't missing. Bitch, I won't even shoot it. I pull out that shank, put the point to your head, now you Tristan. Run it back for them light points. I feel like Kaiba, bitch, I'm going straight to the bank. Turbo Rocky your city, I might leave a corpse if I come through your block with that tank. Yeah, Florida. I know Florida is crazy as far as humidity goes. That's actually one of the reasons I would possibly never move to Florida. Like, I think I think Florida as far as humidity, and I don't really rock with thunder and lightning like that. And that seems to happen a lot over in Florida. You know what I mean? Texas is a very minimal amount. I'm cool with that. Now, I don't see myself being in Texas forever. I'm not going to be in San Antonio forever, obviously. I could possibly go to Germany after the kids leave and move and they're doing their own thing. I might fuck around and go live in Germany for a couple years. Not might, I will. 1000% will. You won't hear shit from me. I'll be a fucking farmer in Germany. Going live from my farm. Pointless 777. Hella random. But I listened to the song with you and Peso called Yes. And it was just a snippet. You guys never dropped the song. I know exactly what song you're talking about, and no, it never dropped. It probably never will now. When I die, yes. Am I fly? Yes. And I die, yes. Yeah, that song, that was, yeah, Token and Peso, yes. That song was crazy. Defense mode, I don't want her face up. Come on, bro. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that song is. But it's a very good song. I remember recording it, and I remember recording it. I remember Peso sending me the beat, all of that. So super excited for that. If it drops, Overtime got some stuff. You know what I mean? So Germany, that's something I wasn't expecting to hear. Yeah, I'm in the or I was in the military, so I got sent to Germany for 4 years, and I loved it. Loved every second of it. So that's probably where I'll end up for at least a little bit. I know I'm gonna visit before I go back. Before I go up there for real. But yeah, I'll definitely like go visit up there for probably like a month, 2 months, something like that, and then you know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, nah, Germany is my shit, bro. My shit, bro. Damn, that's a shame. That song is awesome. I agree. That song is awesome. Me and Peso got a lot of songs that y'all just never heard or they never came out. Me and Peso's Vault from that era, from that SoundCloud era, because that Yes was a SoundCloud song. So that SoundCloud era was crazy. We did a lot of collabs in that era. Shout out my man Peso, man. I'm a military brat, so I spent like 2 years over there when my dad was stationed. Yeah, nah, for real, bro. I'm telling you, that's probably where I'll end up for real. I loved it over there. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So I will definitely end up there in some capacity for sure. One of the coolest places in Europe. I agree. I agree. It's either there or Japan. I definitely want to live in Japan for a little bit. Get the phone charger. I definitely want to live out there for a little bit. I do need to visit though. I gotta visit out there for at least like a week. Close the door. No. I'll be in there in a second. What's up, baby? Damn. Hold on, y'all. I'm putting my phone in the charger. Well, I'm sitting outside. Hold on. I'm sitting outside on the porch. The charger port out here is just weird, man. It's so difficult. Zuko bars. I thought you was Paul George for a second. Oh my god. Haven't heard that one before. I don't even look like Paul George. That's what I don't get. But like, anyways. I want to go to Japan in general. That's my number one spot to go because I'm a weeb. I'm sure that's supposed to say weeb. Nah, I definitely would want to go. I went as a kid. I learned what Yu-Gi-Oh was over there. I learned what Yu-Gi-Oh was over there, but I didn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh was. I was still into Pokemon over Yu-Gi-Oh while I was there. But if I would have got into Yu-Gi-Oh in Japan, I would have been, yo, that experience would have been insane because they was nice. but I hadn't really been put on yet. I got put on to Yu-Gi-Oh. So while I was in Japan for 3 years as a kid, and I was still collecting Pokemon cards, I would get the Japanese Pokemon cards. I had a binder, all of that. So I would go to these card stores, and I would to get my Pokemon cards, but I would see Yu-Gi-Oh, and I knew what it was. I saw a couple kids playing it, but I didn't lock in. And then the duty station after that was Delaware, and Delaware is where I got locked in because they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the youth center that I went to. They were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and the guy, I was a big basketball player, like cool guy, whatever, whatever. So I was trying to act like I didn't care about Yu-Gi-Oh and I was better than Yu-Gi-Oh. And then one of the dudes, he played ball too, and he was talked anime all the time. He was like, "Yo, you want to play the Yu-Gi-Oh? I see you walking around looking at it all the time." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he taught me the game, and that was it. Shout out Mr. Vince, bro. Shout out Mr. Vince. I talk about Mr. Vince in my book. Shout out my guy, Mr. Vince, bro. Damn. Yeah, nah, '09, yeah. I'm telling you, bro. It's dope. Shout out to Japan. I definitely am going to go to Japan for like a week. Go visit out there. I might just go by myself, honestly. Like, why not? I would never let a trip like Japan be altered in any capacity by someone else that's not me. Like, oh, I can't make it, bro. Like, that's fine with me. I'm still gonna go. The fuck? That ain't gonna stop. So, definitely shout out to Japan. This background is my first matcha, bro. I had my first matcha a couple weeks ago, and it did not taste like grass. It did not taste like grass. That's the most important sentiment of all of this. There were enough people that told me it tasted like grass that I didn't try it. But vanilla matcha, I didn't get to take a picture of it before I started drinking it because there was a lady that was talking to me. I asked her like, "Yo, you do you matcha? Do you be matcha-ing?" She was like, "Oh, matcha's my shit." And I was like, "Baby, what's up? What do I need to get?" She broke it down. I said vanilla. Boom. But we were talking because she wanted to see my reaction, my IRL reaction to matcha. So I just sipped it, and then we went back and forth for a little bit, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. I can see how it can be fucked up though. I can see how someone could fuck up. You could ask someone for some matcha and they could fuck it up. I can see that for sure. So I get that portion of it though. Yeah, learned about Yu-Gi-Oh literally in Japan. And I go back and think about sometimes I'm like how, you know what I mean, how would my Yu-Gi-Oh career have turned out if I would have locked in Japan? Cuz I would have had 3 years ahead of everybody playing a different format. OCG format is different enough that it's like coming to TCG I would have been learning the format over again, which wouldn't have been hard because OCG is not, it's like I said, it's different enough. There's enough little nuances of the OCG ban list that it's like cuz they were playing Max C for a while. They still had Max C after it had got banned here, so you know, there's enough aspects like that. And Max C is a monumental card. So Cypher 2009. What? Yeah, seven pointless. Yeah, Pokemon is cool, but Yu-Gi-Oh as a game, Yu-Gi-Oh is just a better game in my opinion. Even with the trap cards and I can interact on your turn and all that garbage. Yu-Gi-Oh as a game is better. If you take out all of the shitty prize support and the community and all those other aspects that aren't the actual game is way better. I did try to play Pokemon, and I also tried to play Lorcana for a little bit. Um, oh, what was I about to say? Oh, once I found out that the opponent can't interact on my turn, I was like, oh, this game is easy. In Lorcana, you're just stacking lore until you get to 20. If you find a concept that does that, when I was playing Lorcana, I was playing red purple because it's a control build, kind of like GBs, where you have to tempo shit out. And one of the guys that's nice at Lorcana in the city, he's one of the goats. He's been to these big events and top big events. He explained to me in Lorcana, because we were talking back and forth. He said he played GBs back in the day, and I said, "Oh, I'm thinking of red purple as a combo deck." And he said, "No, don't think of it as a combo deck. Think of it as a tempo deck." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I literally won my next game off of the tempo. So I feel like if I really wanted to be nice at Lorcana, I could. Their prize support is 10 trillion times better than Yu-Gi-Oh. But I'm so locked in on doing Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, Go Format Edison tournaments for cash, IRL, which y'all definitely need to watch out for that. IRL cash tournaments. I think the first one's going to be the GOAT format one is going to be in San Antonio. I'm going to work with GOAT Grand Prix on that one. And then the first Edison one is probably going to be either in South Carolina or Chicago. So, real cash tournaments. Y'all make sure y'all come out for that for sure. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is just a better game. You got to try that Nintendo World Japan restaurant. I saw a show for y'all were so upset with the American versus Japanese Nintendo menus. Yeah, the menu over here is a disgrace, bruh. It's a disgrace to what they are really trying to do. So if I go over there, there's a lot of I want to go to the Pokemon Center. I want to go to there's probably some anime places that I can get some stuff from, send it back for cheap for the low because it's over there, and then just like send it back over here. But yeah, I definitely would want to go to the Nintendo World and get the actual food and see if it's good. Because there's a lot of places that do food that looks good, but it tastes like ass. So I ain't trying to be part of that, bro. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? What's up? Mm. What's up?
Look, this is done. It's done charging its car.
Mm-hmm. It's all done now. Baby, you letting flies in the house. You done? You done with the? You done watching Bluey? Okay, go sit down. I'll be in there in a second, and then we can play. We can play the game.
What?
Go in there.
You mean called Bluey?
Huh?
You mean called the Bluey?
Maybe the Bluey game or Uno. The Uno cards are still in there. Well, close the door because you letting flies in.
I kind want to play Cherry.
It's not nighttime yet for that. We'll do that at nighttime. Yeah, we were looking up flights to Japan. They're not it's not expensive. Well, no, no, no. It's expensive to get down there, so hopefully that subsets the cost of how much it costs to actually enjoy yourself out there. I'm not trying to go out there and be penny pinching, you feel me? I'm trying to go out there and really do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really do what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, no, I agree. I agree. There is definitely a learning curve with Yu-Gi-Oh because of the traps. So you got Monster Magic Trap, you got normal monster, you got all of the summoning mechanics, you have monster effects, you have colons, you have semicolons, you have all these things that differentiate how a card is worded and how the effect is going to activate. Then you got hand traps. Niggas is playing 18 hand traps now. It's crazy, bro. But like I'll say it like this. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since seriously since 2011, 2012, or maybe 2013. I don't know. Around that time frame. I could get back in and play modern Yu-Gi-Oh now. I just don't want to because it's so much garbage. This card can't affect like I ain't trying to see that. The card that got me out of the game was Masterpiece. I was playing Metal Foe, and Metal Foe literally has no inherent way to get around Masterpiece because everything targets. I can't Ori Calc get over it. I can't Alcahest take it. I can't Mithrilium bounce it. I said, oh, fuck this. I'm not playing this game no more. This is stupid. And you can destroy my back row whenever you want. Yeah, this is dumb. I don't care to play this. Then once Goat started taking off, I got into Goat, and then Edison just washed Goat away. So now I play both. Magic the Gathering, hands down, is the best fundamental game. It just sucks. The company that owns it is absolute hell. Sounds exactly like Konami. Sounds literally just like Konami. Yeah, I'm trying to get in the marketing department for Yu-Gi-Oh, because bro, they doing it all wrong. They doing it all wrong, bro. I hate it. I hate seeing it. And I know everybody's probably like, oh, they should do this. I do this shit for a living. A living. I can get Yu-Gi-Oh players to play Yu-Gi-Oh again. And I'm gonna show that when I'm hosting tournaments. When I host this first GOAT format tournament and this first Edison format tournament, and these cash tournaments take off, bro, y'all gonna know who really is the GOAT. I've been in this game for I've been in this game for 20 some years, bro. I am the GOAT. I can bring people together. I can put cash tournaments together. Since Konami don't want to give y'all cash, I'm going to give y'all cash. I'm going to go down in the Yu-Gi-Oh history books as the guy that had cash for these retro format players. The guy that had content for these retro format players. I will go down in history as that. So when y'all see these tournaments, pull up. When y'all see me doing a Trap Card 3 listening party, pull up. When you see me doing a live podcast with some of the biggest Yugi tubers ever, pull up. I'm telling you, they all of these Yugi tubers that y'all fuck with now that have been in the game for a minute, they all know me. They just I couldn't do content with them because back then I would cuss a lot and I would say nigga a lot. And I knew I did that in all of my videos, but all of my videos were entertaining. All of the big YouTubers know me, and I knew that I couldn't do content with them because I was cussing so much and saying nigga so much. I knew that. from the jump, and I knew what I was sacrificing. But I built my brand off of that, and then I continued my brand on to what it is now. Ain't nobody got Yu-Gi-Oh mixtapes like me. Ain't nobody doing this shit like me. Ain't nobody gonna put cash tournaments together and put a whole series together and then get the top four of all those tournaments. To you not gonna do it like me. You not. I will go down in history, in the Yu-Gi-Oh history books. I promise y'all. Promise y'all. Aerial Ace was good, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh pricing is terrible. Yu-Gi-Oh has some of the worst pricing ever, and but I can say that they are trying to do better. They are trying to do better. They're giving people, if you day two, you get an exclusive card. So they're doing better. At they're not doing better in the sense of they're trying to do better. I can see them trying to do better. They should have been stopped giving niggas Nintendo Switches. They should have been stopped doing that. They should have been stopped. Uh, yeah, a lot of things suck about Konami and what they do with their prize support, but I can say they are trying to get better. Rick with Dub CG was good, bro. Balling in Japan, bro. I'm really trying to go out there and I'm not trying to go out there and I'm trying to get whatever I want. And I really don't. I'm not a collector nigga, and I'm not a nigga that likes like um like figurines and all that shit. Like that's not me. You know what I mean? That's not me. But what I can say is I can go down there and have some amazing food, and that's my whole plan. To have food, record myself eating food, and that's it. That's it. I'm not. I'll go look at figurines. I'll go to the Pokemon Center. I'll check out all these things, but what I care about is the food. Oh yeah, get some clothes too. The clothes probably ain't gonna be that cheap anymore. Yeah, all these tariffs hitting everybody hard. Beat down, what up, bro? Dropping the new disc right now. Oh my god, I haven't had a chance to listen to all these discs yet. Pendulums is a dumb mechanic, bro. Pendulums is stupid. Don't, bro. There were so many people that quit after pendulums. There were so many people that quit after pendulums, and I get it. It didn't affect me much. I still tried to play through it, but I get it though. I get it. Pendulums was dumb. A lot of people left after Lynx. Lynx was dumb. I get it. Even Synchro, which Synchro I think is one of the best formats. Even Synchro was enough for people to be like, nah, fuck all that. We only want a fusion summon. But I get it though, bruh. I get it, man. Yeah, True Draco, bruh. Come on, bro. True Draco is just poop. True Draco is poo poo. I hate that deck. Goku, what up? Goku 22, what it do? What are they doing wrong? What do you mean? What is Konami doing wrong? I can tell you exactly what Konami is doing wrong. And be specific. What are they doing wrong as far as marketing, player retention? I can tell you, I can write an entire deck on what they're doing wrong. Metal Foe is that shit, dog. Hold on. Yeah, nah. I'm telling you, these tournaments about to get crazy. I'm not even playing. Shout out, hey, I'm gonna shout it out. Go format tournament in 2026, Edison format tournament in 2026, cash, and we talking 4 digits cash. I'm not just throwing out nothing. It's out there. Yeah, the concept of poking was dope. The concept of poking was dope. I don't know what happened to it. I'm not locked in with poking like that, but the concept of it was dope, and it did feel like it kind of just died out. It just fizzled out. It did have its moments though. Niggas was definitely streaming that in Discord, all of that. I remember. I remember for sure. Beat down and I'm out. Yeah, poking was fire, bruh. How do you feel about hand traps? I think hand traps, I think all of the concepts that have been incorporated into Yu Gi Oh! Over later years are all good concepts. I just think that there's too many lines to the web, which is why the player retention is down, which is why there's not new players trying to get into the game. Hand traps, I think, is cool. If the first hand trap was Karibo, then we had Valor, we've had Ash that has done its thing in modern Yu Gi Oh! So I think the concept of hand traps is dope. I think they have enough hand traps for every situation where you kind of have to toolbox your hand traps as a separate part of your deck depending on what the meta is at the time, which again is a cool concept. You don't really have to change much. You kind of just give a different situation and look, oh, Droll is good again. Let's put Droll in. Or, oh, like Ash is always going to be good. Valor is good again. Let me dig back in my bulk for my Valors. You dig? So I feel like the concept of hand traps is dope, but I also understand why people don't like it. But I personally don't think it's that crazy. I got to play around your hand, I got to play around your graveyard. I'm not just playing around cards on the board anymore. Tara's gone. What you mean? Matt dropped a diss too? Oh my god, bro. Why are there so many disses? What? Matt dropped a diss too? This is crazy. What's my favorite Pokemon? That's a good question. What is my favorite Pokemon? Arcanine, maybe? No, not Arcanine. I really have no clue what my favorite Pokemon is. I have Pokemon that I resonate with, like Haunter, for example, Swellow, for example, Ampharos, for example. I have different Pokemon that I resonate with for different reasons, but I don't think I have a favorite. Yeah, okay, so Goku22 asks, what is Konami doing wrong in marketing specifically? So I'm about to go off. I'm about to go off on a little, you feel me? Now, there are many different aspects of what marketing is and the overarching end goal of what you want your marketing to accomplish. So, the marketing plan with Konami right now, there's no vision from a consumer standpoint of what the marketing plan is and what the overarching end goal of it is. For example, they just got a basketball player to say, oh, he plays Yu-Gi-Oh, he was telling his story. I watched 30 seconds of the video and I thought, this is dumb. This is not going to make a new player want to play, but it might give an older player something to kind of resonate with if they know who he is as an NBA basketball player. So in marketing, with no specific end goal in mind, are you trying to get new players in? Are you trying to keep old players? Are you trying to get old players back? Are you trying to cultivate the system in which what you already have, change the game in some way that attracts a new market? There's no end goal. There's no vision on what Konami is even trying to do with Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you want it to live for a long time, or are you just gonna continue to do whatever you feel like whatever you can, just like dropping Pokemon games. I can drop whatever Pokemon game. Y'all gonna buy enough for it for me to do more than break even. So Yu-Gi-Oh is like, they don't really have to change. Konami can continue to do the same thing because people gonna keep showing up. I'm not one of the people that's gonna say everybody stop showing up. I think the concept of that is stupid. But I can use it as an aspect of what Konami is doing wrong in the sense of marketing. So when I say what they're doing wrong, the first thing is there's no vision, there's no end goal. They don't know what they're trying to do. Also, they have internal concepts like retro formats, Edison format, GOAT format that people love, people have tournaments for, but Konami does not have sanctioned. If Konami had sanctioned Edison and GOAT regionals the same way they do modern, player retention would skyrocket. More older players would get into that format, and a lot of the players in Edison format now are players that didn't even play back then. You give people options. The older players are always going to stick to Go format. The older players are always going to want to play Go format. And especially if you give them some sort of prize support, the game can continue to last off the retro formats and modern in Konami's eyes. Now, all of these concepts are concepts that I've thought about and understand. This is why my tournament series is going to work, because my tournament series is going to go in a regional base where you one in Chicago, one in South Carolina, one in Texas, one in LA. And if you top four of those events, there's a big event at the end of the year. So my tournament series is going to work because I understand marketing. I understand how to get people behind something, and I can use everything that Konami has done wrong to fund, not to fund, but to give me the mental foundation for what I'm going to do. So that's pretty much what I think about that. I could continue to go off, but I'm just not going to. But for the most part, they have no goal. They don't know what they're doing, and they're not. And the last thing is they're not tapping in with the people that are really. They're not tapping in with the people that understand the game. There are experts in every part of Yu-Gi-Oh. There's people that know the game. There's people that can create. There's people that can do content. There are masters of all of this, and Konami is not tapping in with them. They're tapping in with a basketball player who just played Yu-Gi-Oh for 2 years and never played again, isn't currently playing right now, and has no influence on the market for Yu-Gi-Oh players at all. They're not tapping in with any of the streamers. Like, bro, come on, bro. But I am all of that stuff, tapping in with the streamers and all that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, Pokken is dead. Pokken ain't coming back. That's gonna be a classic, obviously, but yeah, that junk ain't coming back. I rock with Articuno for obvious reasons, but I won't say that it's my favorite. No. I think the Labyrinth deck is cool. I've played control decks like that before, so I think it's cool, but I mean, it's all right. It's an all right deck. It's because they listen to shareholders and not fans of the product. I won't necessarily say that's true. I understand how you could have that mindset or think that's how it works, but I'm 72% sure that's not how it works. But that could possibly be an aspect of it, of why the result is what it is. What up, Unicorn? Now, I agree with you on that. They have ran Blue Eyes and Dark Magician into the ground. And it's crazy because if they were doing literally anything else, they could spread that stuff out so that it's doesn't seem so why are you trying to put this in our face so much? They could spread it out if they had other concepts of the company and other concepts of what they wanted to do to bring new players in. Spread the content out. They drop new Dark Magician support every fucking month and a half. Max capitalism. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. SBM, what's up? Verdant said, Token, am I to be expecting a diss track from you too, or are you cooling on this? You will never hear a diss track from me ever. You will never hear a diss track from me ever, ever. You will never see Token Black X person diss ever. Yeah, Heroes too. They do the same. Well, they don't do it with Heroes as much, which I think is good. But they probably should because most people like GX the over Duel Monsters. Most people like GX over Duel Monsters. They could take Heroes and do the same thing they doing with this Dark Magician and fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon bullshit. Do the same thing with Heroes. Bro, come on, bro. Konami is, bro. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna infiltrate Konami in some kind of way and get into marketing some kind of way. Some kind of way I'm gonna do it. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Big news, big news, big news tomorrow. Or I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I told y'all Wednesday there was gonna be big news. And I think that the big news is gonna be tomorrow. So IG will get it first. IG.com/IamTokenBlack. But I'll be over here tomorrow in some capacity. Big news, big news, big news, big news, big news, big news, big news. Big news. Big news. All right, I rock with y'all heavy, man. We out of here, man. Get you some matcha this weekend. Stop fucking around.